get out of that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Sometimes you bounce back, right? You'd have to go pull it and then get back over to the shade. I remember those raking the lemon tree leaves too. Oh my gosh.
And that is the Laddystone Park, but couldn't see the Laddystones.
That and the ebat tree.
Ebat tree, oh yes.
Every day it's gonna drop those little tiny leaves and the stems and all the fruit. It was a constant thing. That's why we
have to
I
rake.
Doing nothing but yard work. Thanks to that tree. Yeah. It's a never ending. Never ending. And I grew up with the smell too. It didn't bother me. I think only when I became
Smell of what?
older, I was like, what does that smell? Oh, that's rotten lemon. I'm like, what?
Rotten lemon.
Yeah, it doesn't smell bad to me. Yeah, as a kid, it didn't
But
bother
it
me.
does
I remember,
have a smell.
Always having to break the lemon tree and then picking up the rotten ones and throwing it, and then it opens up and the smell is even stronger, right? But it wasn't even a big deal. And then
Yeah, so
as
cool.
I got
Well,
older,
sad.
Yeah. Me and my brothers used to chuck it at each other. Mostly my oldest brother would chuck it at me. You like sour sap? I like sour sap. Yeah, sour sap is cool. Yeah.
When it's cold,
it was.
it has to be cold.
I was sharing it with somebody else, and they didn't care for it. I'm like, what? This is delicious. Or even the
Because it can get sour.
What is it? Guava?
Yeah, it tastes like
Abas.
Abas.
Yeah, right. You watch it.
Or the
you
Otis.
wash it off a little bit. Get the stickiness off of it, and then you just bite right into it. That stuff. I miss that stuff. Here we go. Actually, I don't really want to talk about. I really don't want to talk about some of the stuff that's in front of me. It's a Monday.
What is it? I want to know.
There's a PSA that a lot of people have been interested in, calling in about the Pacific Association for Radiation Survivors. There's a general membership meeting on March 12th. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Located on the first floor of Century Plaza in Timuning besides McDonald's. Okay, that's not far. That's like there's a bowling alley there still, right? They still bowl over there at Century Plaza, yes? Yeah, so it's right there. PARS is a 20-year-old non-profit organization that advocates for the inclusion of Guam as a downwinder area under the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act. The RECA program would provide medical benefits and $150,000 for eligible downwinders of Guam to find the snows present in Guam from 1946 to 1962 and have been diagnosed with one of the cancers associated with radiation exposure. Lieutenant Bert Schreiber, retired United States Navy sworn affidavit, noted that Guam's radiation exposure during the nuclear testing in the Marshall Islands was off the charts on scales measuring radiation exposure. Information relative to exposure
Off
in Guam
the charts.
was classified until
San Jose
1990s.
Supermarket
PARS
Peeps.
President Robert Celestio discovered the unclassified documents.
Townhouse
and pursued the
re-grand
affidavit
opening.
from Schreiber. After a congressionally mandated investigation, the National Academies of Science concluded in a 2005 published report that Guam should be deemed qualified for RECA as downwinders radiation exposure.
During the first lockdown, and and how the prices of gas dropped like a skyrocket because there was less consumer demand, and we knew that the pandemic was over the minute that the
Prices
the
went up.
paper mandates and executive orders were still there, but the traffic told you different. The traffic told you different.
Yes, I agree.
It told you a totally different story than what was, and the only people that were hurt were brick and mortar establishments, small businesses, and of course the hotels, but they got subsidized with these, lock-in travelers.
I have been in contact with a couple of people in the food and beverage game here on Guam. I'm trying to find, it's still early in the process, and might be artificially different because of the number of military in town, but I'm curious as to whether they are seeing local tickets going up because they've changed the restriction on unvaxxed people indoors. I'm wondering if bigger parties are coming in with more, and more parties coming in with folks than they had before, because one or two people in the party maybe couldn't be a part of it because of the restriction. Those restrictions being lifted, are we seeing more
because they're still under construction.
I know, but we need to be smart about it. Carpool, do the best that you can. We don't need to create carpool lanes here in Guam. We just have to be smart consumers. We need to
You're gonna need it one day, so might as well just get it set up.
With this obligatory spending that we
I always believe prepare.
The price of fuel, and it's it affects everything. So we need to be smart consumers. We need a curve, and just think real hard about how we do our travel.
Sure.
Logistics is difficult here in Guam, not because of the roads, because the roads stay the same. It's difficult because of us as consumers.
All right, I hope they have
The gas
closed.
stations don't make money on gas. They make money when you go there.
Slim Jim cigarette.
You buy stuff from the gas station.
Oh,
that
wow.
Otherwise, you could spend at a mother.
Well, there's invisible hand on.
I
on
found
that as well. I mean, you've seen
empanada
competition.
at
You've
that
seen
that
the
number
last
one
year or
store.
so,
Remember where I used to buy the mango?
Their Pacific Points program. is
Oh, yeah,
very,
let's
very
go just check in here.
And there are a number of items you don't have to wait until you've amassed 50,000
what's his
points
name?
to be able to
Huggin
cash
store.
in. And I'm sure
Huggin
everybody
store's
is
just
looking
right
at
here.
those
Now,
loyalty
I gotta
programs.
tell you, there's a lot of stuff at the gas
Peeps, we're
station
going into
that
the
are
village.
cheaper at the regular
Vergata.
stores. And like beer.
No. Foodies yesterday. I went to Foodies, and it was two.
That's Carbolito Elementary School. I went to the school,
And
Peeps.
it's cheaper than at the stores.
And at the
what I
time,
wanna-
Isis and Wonder Woman was my number
Going
one
forward, especially on
superheroes.
the education side.
I used to do the
I
Almighty
like to
Isis
see
behind
invest
the
in
building.
those computers.
when it's recess time and I see problems, I see somebody gonna find a one.
I would like to see.
I run to the back and do my
UOG,
Almighty Isis.
especially now that they have an engineering department. Invest in some of those high tech machines that.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. It's too much. The homes on Guam, San Vicente Catholic Church or school. Yep, this is wow. We're in the village, peeps. We're deep in the village somewhere.
Welcome to another His Voice Today with Steve Wolbert.
First verse in the Bible says, "In the beginning, God created."
To affect that in a way. And I think that's where we are with gas prices. That's where we are.
San
with the
Vicente
power
School.
bill and the
Wow,
water
this is
bill
really
going
old
up. And
school.
So, if you tell me that this bill or this policy is going to help
It took a long
lower
time for them to
my
grow.
gas price or help lower my power bill, then I want to know more. I want to understand it more so, right?
Peeps in the
And,
mainland, we're driving in the village. This is where the locals live.
I totally appreciate.
These are their
understand
homes,
where
and here's Uggin's
both
store.
sides
Oh,
of an
please
issue,
have something.
advocating against, what is, technically not safe for the environment. But when you understand a situation like when you start to get all the information, I'm talking about the generator down at
Let's do this. Oh, got bags here. Oh, sorry. Oh, let's see. Did we miss anything? Oh, that's right. That we're going searching everywhere. Oh, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, that's a. You too. Oh well, PD's missed tomorrow, so no mango in the trees. Yeah, and Vergata usually has. Oh look, see, they're flowering. Nice. And look at the star apples over there. The at all the star apples on the tree. And they're ripe. Oh my god, that looks good. I wonder if I can go over there and pick one. I'm sure I can, but it's okay. I don't want to waste it.
And then we had a caller last.
Oh well.
Caller last. They striped the entire floor, or not the entire, but from Sinaanya all the way down to like.
Yeah, right. So they will be going around making it crooked because nobody, the kids are not.
I drove that road again over the weekend, and I could see why
Legendary got a Peeps.
they striped it and didn't resurface it. It's manageable. That road's manageable. There are plenty other roads that are not manageable that definitely need to be looked at, even down south. There's the bridge that right before you get to Jeff Pirates Cove, if you're heading south.
I spent a big chunk of the weekend.
I think I'm bringing flamingos home for lunch.
You know what? I was looking at the.
Did you want beef or chicken or chicken?
I had too many videos in here, so I went through my Facebook and whatever's and said, okay, I'm gonna get rid of some of these things. And there were a
But
bunch
I
of,
want
you know,
also,
some cookies,
actually, we should have ordered
were
some fizz.
go,
They're
you know,
banana.
No, I could never ever get rid of that. There's just no way. It just feels like it's one of those things that we should keep for posterity. And if I can, I'll try to play one or two of those before it gets all over. 9:52. There's concerns that everybody's got over the nature of this inflationary period. We've got way too many dollars chasing way too many things. Supply and demand feels like
I
it's
should have wiped the
upside
lens.
for everybody. It's not just
Yeah, Peeps, you know I'm always working, cleaning also, even while I'm busy. See?
I gotta tell you.
Well, this is Barrigado, Legend Barrigado.
In a second of what I consider to be this is vital. Front page of today's Pacific Daily
Something's
News.
going on up there. I like this house. This house is
Front
new.
page has got. I love this. I love Ron LeGrand.
I mean, they spent a lot of money on this house. Look at that wall. Love it.
Some of his favorite Chamorro words and helped draw through the process. So he's got the story here is the kids. 5-year-old proves languages can thrive. Now it being Chamorro month, that's a good thing. And Ron's a great teacher, and I can only assume that his grandkids are picking it up just like that. But I love this picture because it's a picture of his 5-year-old grandson, and Ellie. Is that Ellie? Yes.
Nice house. I like the
Backyard
structure.
garden of his grandfather in pursuit of chickens roaming the property. Yeah, buddy. That's awesome. I'm sorry, that is cool. And he's got this slingshot. And notice he doesn't have the rebar in it like some of the kids in the slums do. And I just thought that's great because we need to have that kind of thing. You know, after the bright flash comes, or even before. Did you know the chickens that are in your yard? You can eat those. There's nothing wrong with them. They're what the guys like to refer to as free range. Might be even healthier than what you're going to find in the grocery stores. Now, I will tell you this right now, that in many cases, it will taste different.
Yeah. Strong.
And might be a little bit more stringy than you'll remember.
Yeah, stringy and strong and tough.
Purposely created so it has the same texture, mouthfeel, all this.
All right,
stuff,
Peeps.
that we've come.
This is my street.
If it's been a while since you've eaten the
Jerry
chicken that was
Road.
dispatched from the front yard, it will be noticeably different. And it will be tougher.
Well, this ends our excursion.
That's turnip.
Really not much to do today. Just gonna take it easy. It's a Monday.
That's the stewing chicken.
Oh, weren't we supposed to go get Wyatt a haircut?
Lots and lots of peppers. You feed it.
As I said, leave it on in the afternoon.
Okay.
Before 5 o'clock is
Sounds good.
Get a good swallow out of it. 9:54,
All right.
As I said, memory lane.
I'll see
do you
Peeps.
remember Real Joe?
Yes, I'm almost home.
Playing this with regularity,
Adios.
and frankly, even though it's 2 years